Bring the topics, let we chat now.
The Shakti Mission, established in December 2018, is committed to responsible citizenship by playing an active role in the growth and development of the communities in which we worship, live, and work. TSM's mission is centered on alleviating and eradicating hardships faced by chronically undeserved populations. TSM focuses its efforts on meals, clothing drives, and distribution, and assisting the elderly, women, and children plagued by social and economic issues. Well, guys, today it is indeed a pleasure and honor to bring on our guest, who is the chairman of the Shakti Mission, none other than Mr. Dave Kotaya. Dave, welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmi. How are you?
I'm great. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm excited to talk about our mission. And I want to thank you for giving us an opportunity to speak on behalf of people who really need spoken for.
Well, you know, Let's Talk with Lakshmi is all about creating a platform for our people to tell their stories. You know, looking at that slideshow and seeing all of the work that the Shakti Mission has done in less than 1 year, I have to congratulate you, your family, and the entire Shakti Mission.
I appreciate that. The work was done by a collection of people who are extremely passionate about giving back and mobilizing our resources and making an impact, and by the hardworking men and women who are part of the Shakti Mission. I can't take all of the credit. I take the credit for sitting here today, but they do most of the work.
Yeah, I mean, I personally know Anita and Sharda, who I know the vision was theirs to begin with. And when Sharda was telling me a little bit about the Shakti Mission and what you guys do, I was just blown away. And I said, whatever you need my help with, I'll be more than happy to give you my services. So let's talk about a little bit about the Shakti Mission. I mean, first of all, who are you guys?
We are a not-for-profit. We established ourselves about a year ago, but our work began about 8 years ago when we established the Sri Shakti Mariamma Temple, and we host a number of devotees on a regular basis for our Sunday service. And during the last 8 years, we heard devastating stories about our moms not being able to make ends meet, our sisters having difficult relationships at home, recent immigrants coming into the U.S. having real difficulty in assimilating, not understanding the economics in the U.S., having been told that life would be easy once they get here. Hearing stories about, people not having the ability to get the right level of income or access to income to make a decent living. We've heard stories about families not having enough money to buy winter coats or to buy proper toiletries. We've seen the news in Guyana, the devastation at the orphanages, also at Dharmashala, where we have a number of abandoned and neglected grandparents and sisters and brothers. Also, as you know, in our culture, in our Indo-Caribbean culture, mental health is a taboo. So when someone suffers from mental health, you're put in a home and you're confined, and they call you mad. Right? They say and put you in madhouse. So we know that mental health is a real issue, and one of our target population are people who are suffering from mental health, or people who have disabilities.
Now, is that both in Guyana and in the USA?
We try to cover both, but especially in Guyana, where there's such a lack of service and a lack of care. In the U.S., there's so much more access, right, and information and knowledge about mental health. In Guyana, there's a taboo still attached to it.
You know, one thing that I love about your mission is, I mean, we all know about NGOs that go back home to Guyana or Trinidad or wherever you may be from, and they're always helping those back home. But we forget about the people who live right here in the United States of America who first come in, they have the immigrant story, you know, people living in basements, needing help, like you said. It's winter, it's freezing out there. Some of these people just came from Guyana and don't even own a coat. And that's one thing that I really love about the Shakti Mission, that the Shakti Mission services people right here in the USA. Tell me, what made you guys decide to do that? Because like I said, most NGOs that we hear about go back home.
Right. We feel that there is a great need right here in New York, and our feeling was based on real facts and real experiences, especially at our temple, where we interact with our congregants, and they tell us stories. They tell us about their struggles to make ends meet. They tell us about the struggles to get transportation, the struggles to make simple connectivity with others, right? You've probably experienced, you've probably had experiences where people see you and they acknowledge you because you're a TV personality. Most people who are not in the spotlight hardly ever gets acknowledged.
And they don't even get out.
And they don't even get out.
Yeah.
And they probably would get out more if we give them the platform. So part of our mission is to offer friendship and to offer comfort and to offer care. We want people to feel like they matter.
You know, and Dave, that's something so simple, but I don't think people even think about that. You know, coming here, you know no one, right? You don't have a friend, you don't have a foe. But if there was a place that you can go, like the Shakti Mariamma Temple, and become friends, and then learn about the different services. And like I said, I personally took advantage of that. When I started reading this, that you offer friendships, I was like, wow, I never thought about that. That someone first coming here from another country, they didn't go to school here. They don't work here, maybe in a corporate environment, to have friends. So that's
It
really
can feel
amazing.
very isolating, even for people who have lived in the United States for several years or decades, right? If you live in a cocoon and you live in a community where you're not exposed to others, then you could feel very isolated from the rest of the world. And we saw that need. I speak at our temple on a regular basis, and almost every Sunday, I ask our congregants, turn to your right, turn to your left, and say hi. Because so many times we come, we're so consumed in our own worlds and our own lives that we don't stop to say hello.
Hello,
Let's meet.
how are you?
And listen,
Yeah.
right? How many times have people asked you, how are you, and not stop to hear your answer? We want to stop, and we want to hear, and then we want to do something about it.
And it's such simple methods. I mean, I can remember probably kindergarten or grade school where your teacher would say, look to your neighbor and say hello, right? And in the auditorium, you know, when you go to the auditorium for whatever program is going on, they'd say, look to your right, say hello. Look behind, say hello. Make a friend. So I think that's amazing that you guys are doing that at the temple.
And through our mission as well.
And through your missions. Well, guys, we're going to take a break now, and when we come back, we're going to find out so much more about the Shakti Mission. In just a year, they've provided so much as far as clothing, as far as food, toiletries, and so much more. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Priya, and welcome to Precious Smiles Medical Care, a wonderful place to make sure that all of your child's medical care needs are met. We take care of kids as young as newborns all the way up until their adolescent years till they turn 18. We provide in-house vaccines and in-house lab facilities so that you don't have to take them anywhere else. So come in, let us be your partners in care at Precious Smiles Medical Care, where every kid leaves with a smile.
Well, guys, we are back with Dave Kotaya from the Shakti Mission. We are learning all about the great work that this organization has been doing in just the past year. Now, Dave, it is amazing. I've been reading some of the numbers. You have served almost 1,000 meals in less than 1 year. Let's talk about that.
When we started our mission, my sister Anita, who is one of the founders, is a great cook, and she loves to cook and
does she?
feed people.
Oh
right?
my goodness!
At temple.
Anita has to feed me.
Yes, you are welcome anytime. She will cook you your favorite meal.
Okay.
And she's a fantastic cook. And
Squash,
we
Anita.
said, why not share this talent that you have developed over years with people who really need a meal?
Okay.
and we start targeting the senior centers, where we know that a lot of our grandparents go to socialize and find connectivity, homeless shelters, and people who are in dire need. So our hot meal program is one of what we call our signature programs, where we prepare the meal and we share the meal, but we don't share and leave. We kind of hang out as well,
course,
right?
yeah.
And that goes back to the friendship. But we don't only hang, we also entertain,
Okay.
we mingle, and our members, they dance with the recipients, right? And we feel the sense of joy and connection when we do that. I've had grandmothers who just cup your face and make you feel like you're a kid again, or they pinch your cheeks, right? I don't have a lot of cheek to pinch.
But you know, Dave has that face that you just want to go up and be like, grand picnic, grandson. No.
I get a lot of love and joy, and every time we go, I say to the elderly folks that we feed and we entertain and we spend time with, that we benefit more than they do.
Such a great
because we
feeling.
get such great joy and gratification. We gain something by giving something.
Now, you are one of 8 siblings, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, the little that I know of the Kotaya family, you guys seem like a very close-knit family. Now, you're from Blackbush, Guyana?
We are from the bushes in Guyana.
Tell me a little bit about growing up back home in Guyana with 8 kids.
Right.
I mean, because to do what you guys are doing today as a family, you must have been a very close-knit family at a young age.
We grew up in service. My dad was a priest and my dad was a pundit in Guyana. So our siblings grew up seeing my dad give back and my mom give back, and my mom and dad accommodating people from all walks of life. Even the little they had. My parents were farmers, and we lived in a 2-bedroom house, 8 of us, with no electricity and no plumbing and none of the modern things that we take for granted here. And then we moved to the States, and my dad passed when we were very young. So that brought us closer. And my mom is this incredibly strong woman, but one of her great virtues is really about giving and connecting and making people feel like they're loved. And we moved to the States, and 8 of us lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. And we saved. So we know the struggles, right? We know the struggles. And it's not only our struggle, right? If you look at statistics in the U.S., we have about 330 million people in the U.S. A survey was conducted recently, and it showed that 68% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account, right? Less than 1,000.
Wow.
That means that 2 out of 3 people, go to any party and look at 2 people, they probably have less than $1,000. So if you have less than $1,000 and you have some catastrophic
You wouldn't be able to afford.
you wouldn't be able to afford it. And what happens? You will be depleted. And I'm sorry to say, and I'm sad to say, many people who are in homeless shelters have had experiences where they have a severe health issue, they had a family issue, they had a loan issue, student loan, mortgage issues, and they couldn't afford it. So my message here, the headline is, while we're all enjoying this great harmony that we're enjoying, we are probably a paycheck away from poverty. They say about 70% of Americans live from paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, I believe it. Definitely believe it. You know, you talk about your story, you know, living in a 2-bedroom apartment. You know, I remember stories, I mean, not that my mom told me, but I know my aunties have told me that when my parents came here in the 70s, they lived on 14th Street in Manhattan. It was a 1-bedroom apartment, and about 14 people lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. So, you know, those of us growing up here that have, you know, a little bit more are so fortunate, but we don't realize the struggles that perhaps our parents went through. And, you know, Dave, I will tell you that personally, I always see the struggles that you hear of the struggles of your parents. I may not have necessarily seen it, right? But I find that the people that are born in Guyana and come here, they work the hardest.
Right.
You know, I mean, I look at my parents and what they've accomplished. And I mean, now they've gone back to Guyana. You know, they've just decided to be remigrants. But I find the people that come from Guyana or Trinidad, they work the hardest. And, you know, they save that paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. Even up to today. My mom, she does not spend her money. She's a smart lady. If she wants something, she's like, Lakshmi, can you send this? Can you send that? You know, and they know, the older people know how to save. The people who came here thinking that, you know, America, the land is, you know, the roads are paved with gold. Those are the ones who really struggled and worked hard and saved penny to penny, paycheck to paycheck. I think I remember my mom saying that she came here with like $2, right?
Like many.
Like $2. And just to imagine the struggles. And, you know, I was fortunate, you know, I grew up here, I went to school here. I didn't necessarily know the struggles. But what people need to realize is there are still immigrants coming in day after day. So the same struggles that our parents may have had, you know, generations ago, whatever it may be, these people have the struggles today. They need a coat. They need a blanket. They need shoes. They need a dress. And now there's a place right here, the Shakti Mission, that they can go to. You know, I want to talk a little bit more about your numbers because I think it's amazing in 1 year. So tell me about your clothing drive and your toiletry drive.
So that's our second signature program, and that's something that we are immensely proud of. So we do two things with our clothing drive. We collect, so we ask virtually everyone to donate gently worn and new articles, right, that we can then donate. And the second part
So Dave,
is,
where can they do this? Because
So-
I think everybody watching this has something they could donate.
we have various ways you can contact us. You can go to Facebook and find us at the Shakti Mission. You can email us at info@theshaktimission.org. And you can find our phone numbers listed on our main website, which is on the web at theshaktimission.org as well. I'm sorry. So you have multiple places where you can find us. We will even come and pick the stuff up.
Oh,
you could
that's
also do a
amazing.
drop off, at the Sri Shakti Mariamma Temple, and we'll provide
Where are you
that-
guys located?
We're on 101 and 105
Okay. In Queens.
in Queens.
Okay. All right. So guys, I know you guys all have stuff in your closet that doesn't fit, you know, and that's still in great condition. Coats, it's like going to be December in a couple of days. Pull out those coats that you don't need, donate it. Like Dave said, if you can't drop it off in Queens, they can come and pick it up for you. So make that call.
We're taking collection for adults and children as well. We've gone to a number of shelters where we have a large population of kids who do not have proper clothing. I'll give you a story. I also have friends who work in fashion, and a lot of the fashion companies have sample sales. And when they can't sell all the samples, they donate them because they want to sell them in their main stores. So I have a great German brand. So there are a lot of people who are part of the Shakti Mission recipients who are walking around with some great brands.
That's
And that's something we
awesome.
do, right?
God
You
bless.
got their swag on.
Yeah, you never know where that connection
Yeah.
can lead you.
That's
So
correct.
thank you to those brands that are donating and making people feel a little extra special. So I know you guys also partner up with other organizations like Satna and Jahaji Sisters
Right.
for programs as well. Let's talk about that.
So we feel that there is this great intersection between social causes and religious causes. And the work we do is to give our sisters and brothers more resources, right? Inform them of what's available in our community. We want to work to bring more social justice to Indo-Caribbean people. As you know, it's a taboo to talk about domestic violence or gender issues or sexuality in churches and places of worship. And we feel we have created a safe space at the Sri Shakti Mariamma Temple to do that. And these organizations have reached out to us to say, we have heard about what you guys are doing, and women, guys being gender neutral in this case, and we want to be part of that. We want to create a safe space. We want to send the people who come to us for resources to your temple because we know they'll be welcomed, they'll be respected, and they'll be given a platform. Our temple is comprised of mostly women leadership, because we want to put women at the forefront. And our work at the Shakti Mission is really focused on bringing visibility to the power of women in our community. And we feel it's about time Hinduism take a position on social issues, on gender issues. We've seen all the devastation with our sisters getting abused in the news. Some have been murdered very sadly.
Yes.
And we need to start having those conversations, and we feel we have a platform to do it.
Well, I always say prevention is better than cure. I mean, there are some organizations, like when they hear about it, a murder, that's when they pop up. So I think it's wonderful that you've created the safe space. Women, men that are listening, if you need someone to talk to, if you want to join this safe space, this circle of friendship, please contact the Shakti Mission. Well, guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back on, guess what? The Shakti Mission is going to be having their first dinner and dance fundraiser on November 17th. When we come back on, we're going to learn more about it. When looking at places that cares for the elderly, My Indian Nursing Home is that perfect place. We provide a clean and safe family environment with culturally experienced and qualified medical staff on site, such as doctors, nurses, physical therapists, and cooks. All of our residents can celebrate cultural festivities and have access to recreational programs with Indian TV, music, live shows, entertainment, and so much more. For the perfect place for comfort, culture, and care, bring your parents to My Indian Nursing Home, a home away from home. Well, guys, we've been learning so much about the Shakti Mission right here with Mr. Dave Kutaya, about all of the great work that they're doing here in U.S. as well as in Guyana. But guess what, guys? On November 17th, they're going to be having their second annual dinner and dance fundraiser. So, Dave, I'm really excited because it'll be my first time coming to one of your fundraisers. I mean, of course, when we think about a fundraiser, guys, what is the purpose of it? It is to raise funds for such a great mission. Dave, one of the things is I know that you guys sometimes feed families for a week or up to a month. Let me ask you, if I wanted to feed a family for 1 month, what would I have to donate to the Shakti Mission?
$50.
$50?
$50.
$50.
Only $50. That is one dinner in the city, one evening, one person.
That's
right?
less than a dinner in the city for
You
one
have
person.
expensive taste.
Oh,
I'm championing the Shakti Mission, so I have to eat at cheaper places.
Okay.
But I
So
get it. I
guys,
get
yeah.
the context. I get the context.
So half of me, dinner in the city, that's what it would be. I'm just kidding. Guys, $50 can feed it's a family.
It's a family.
Is it like a family of four?
A family of 4 or 5
Wow.
for a whole month.
For a whole month. I think everybody that's watching would love to feed a family of 4 or 5 for 1 month for $50.
We're coming on Thanksgiving, and our challenge right now as individuals is, whose house will we go to, right? How many invitations have we not received?
Yeah.
Their challenge is, where's my next meal coming from?
Wow.
We can't do this alone.
That's so sad.
This is why we need your help. This is why we want you to come and join us for the fundraiser. For only $20, 20, you have 5 hours of great entertainment. And guess what? You get to see my friend Lakshmi Singh host for 5 hours all evening.
Oh my God, did he
you can
just say
take
5
pictures
hours?
with her.
Okay, sure. You can take
And
pictures.
she will be available
I love
to
how he's
talk.
just selling me. Okay.
But you're great. You're great. And we appreciate you agreeing to do this.
No problem.
You are such a force in our community, and we have to
thank
acknowledge
you so
that.
much.
And we feel you can be really impactful and influential in the work we do. we are trying to mobilize, or we're trying to get like-minded people to help us. We can't do this work alone. We'd love to do it alone, but we can't.
No, you can't do it. You always need a team to get work done properly.
That's correct.
So $20, guys. So Dave, what am I going to get for $20 when I come out there?
For $20, you will get $1 million worth of entertainment, and you will get my sister Anita's delicious meals.
She's cooking?
She is cooking, and her menu is already established.
Okay.
And it's a surprise, but
Okay.
it will be delicious. I can guarantee you that.
Is it vegetarian or non-veg?
So
What
we
is it
have
gonna
both.
be?
We have vegetarian and we have non-veg. We also have non-vegetarian drinks and vegetarian drinks as well.
Okay.
So for everyone, there will be something to suit your appetite. But for $20, you get dinner.
Wow.
And you get to be in the company of like-minded, altruistic people who care about our community and who care about our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our sisters, our nieces, and our nephews. But not only that, you will be experiencing some great entertainment. So we have a great singer by the name of Chitra Singh.
Of course,
who
from the
is-
Rajkumari Cultural Center.
Yes,
yeah,
and
she's a guitarist as well.
that is correct.
Yeah.
And she just released her album called The Swan Woman, where she'll be singing Guyanese folk songs.
I love
to bring
Trisha.
us back to some of the work we are doing on behalf of the orphanages and the folks who have been neglected in Guyana. We also have Raj Prasad, who
I know
is
Raj. Raj's a
performing.
great singer.
Great singer, great person to get on the floor and shake
And
it
he's
for a minute.
always willing to give back to the community. Love Raj. I know you guys are having Sanasani Cultural Organization dancing.
Thank you. I was saving the best for last, not to offend Raj or Auntie Chitra, because you know I have love for you.
Aw.
But they're coming off the best month possible, right? The fresh
right after
wind
Diwali.
from the Diwali motorcade.
Yeah, they were amazing. Well, there's going to be lots of entertainers. Not only these three, there'll be lots of other entertainers there. There's going to be a DJ, so you guys can get on the floor and dance.
And we have one of the best DJs, DJ Watless, and he will
Watless.
behave himself, but
Okay.
please come and join us.
All right. Well, I can't wait to get on the dance floor. Do you dance?
I'm not a very good dancer. I think I have broken legs.
What about Rob? Does
but
Rob dance?
Rob, I will volunteer. Many members. We have our treasurer, Andy, who's
Andy?
a great dancer.
Great dancer? Okay.
We have a number of great dancers.
All right.
So you will not have any idle time.
Okay,
Between
awesome.
your
Because
hosting
I
gig.
love dancing.
Yeah, I could tell.
So, you can tell?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love dancing. I hope you guys love dancing. Guys, make sure you come out on November 17th. Where is it going to be?
It's going to be at Liberty Palace, and the address is 13011 Liberty Avenue, Queens, New York. You can purchase tickets in advance, but you can also come at the door. And
Is it going to be more at the door?
It's going to be the same price, $20, right?
It's such
It's
a
for a
steal.
charity. Bring your friends, bring your neighbors. It's a great time to come and just hang out and chat with people you know or chat with people you don't know. You might make some new friends.
Yeah, it's great. So, guys, come out. It's going to be a great cause. November 17th at Liberty Palace, the Shakti Mission. Make sure you visit their website at the
ShaktiMission.org, or you can find us on Facebook, The Shakti Mission, or you can email us at info@theshaktimission.org.
Awesome. Well, guys, I hope to see you all out on November 17th. It's from 5 to 10 p.m. $20 gets you dinner, gets you entertainment, gets you me, gets you Dave, and so much more. See you then. Hey guys, you can catch the full episode on our YouTube channel. Let's Talk with Lakshmi is aired once a week on ITV Gold, NTN Guyana, and TBN Suriname. For all the latest and greatest episodes, please subscribe to these TV channels and to our Let's Talk with Lakshmi YouTube channel.